Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Kevin Sumlin. Cats are on the road for their conference road openers. They take on the Colorado Buffaloes Saturday afternoon in Boulder. Cats coming off an outstanding win over UCLA in their conference opener, 20-17. And Coach, I'm going to start with special teams play. Matt Aragon had his best game punting so far this season. Your team limited UCLA's return game. How important were those two factors in the ultimate outcome?
Oh, they were extremely important, just to match them where they were in flipping the field, with Matt Aragon at over 40 yards a punt. We improved there. They came into the game being the number one punt return team in the country, and they had two returns for a total of 11 yards. So, I thought our special teams rose to the occasion and matched theirs and had a big outcome, a big factor in the outcome of the game.
True freshman Grinnell gets his first start, throws for over 300 yards and a touchdown. Didn't look like he hadn't started a game before. He played once before, but what impressed you most about him once the game was over?
I think it's, the word poise comes to mind. He had some things that I'm sure he had some throws that he wanted to get back. But I thought that he operated in game operations with communication, just getting guys lined up and doing those types of things, which a lot of freshmen, kind of messed that up in the first deal. He was calm, he was cool, and then we had no turnovers. And so, when you have a young guy in there that can go through that game and not give the ball to the other team, and be effective at over 300 yards, that's a real positive night for him.
One other guy that stood out was Brian Casteel. He had a couple of big runs early. Actually, they went as receptions, had one call back, and we've seen him on special teams before. What kind of weapon is Brian Casteel?
Oh, he's a real weapon for us. We need him to be. He's got really good ball skills. He's got the body of maybe a running back, but also, good change of direction, tough guy. Is doing a lot for us right now, and we're going to have to continue to try to get him the ball.
All right, you take on a Colorado Buffalo team that's coming off their bye week now. A lot of experience on the Colorado roster. I want to start with Steven Montez, their fifth-year senior quarterback, and what have you seen from him on film?
Well, he's played a lot of football, right? And he's a big guy, seen a lot of different things, really athletic for a big guy. Can do it all. Can put it down and run. Can make all the throws. And an experienced guy that is one of the better quarterbacks in this part of the country.
Mel Tucker's in his first year as head coach. I know that you're very familiar with what he has done elsewhere as a coordinator at some SEC schools. What has he brought to Colorado?
Well, I think you just watch their brand of football. How excited they're playing with enthusiasm. They're being physical. That's what he's done. That's what Mel Tucker has done, whether it's been in the NFL, whether it's been Alabama, Georgia. He's got a tough brand of football. And these guys are, they're flying around on defense. They're playing with passion. And I think you can see the difference that he's brought just on tape.
If you take a look at the stats, there's a couple that stand out. Arizona and Colorado, very close. Turnover margin, top two teams in the conference right now. Third down conversions, two of the top teams in the conference. How key could those two stats play out on Saturday?
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. I think that you hit it right on the head. We've got to continue to improve and match them special teams wise. But those two stats that you just said, third down, we're really close. Conversion. Turnover margin, the top two teams in our league. So, one of those got to give, right? So, we got to hang on to the ball and try to force them into things. They're saying the same thing in Boulder right now. So, it's a story of I think how we've approached but won the last three games has been basically improving our third down conversion rate and continuing to be plus in turnover margin.
All right, Cats and the Buffaloes coming up Saturday. Again, that game will kick off at 1:30 Arizona time, 2:30 Mountain Daylight time in Boulder, and we will have more Wildcat Weekly right after.
Life is what you make it. full of endless possibilities and opportunities at every corner. In our fast-paced world, where you bank matters. Hughes helps you with what matters most, delivering dreams, adding value to your life, for you, your family, and your future. We are local, rooted in the community you call home. Join us on the journey of life. Hughes Federal Credit Union, recognized by Forbes as one of Arizona's best credit unions 2 years in a row.
Wildcat Football Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Forbes ranked Hughes one of the best credit unions in Arizona 2 years in a row. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/best.
Welcome back to Wildcat Weekly. Our special guest this week is Kylan Wilborn. Probably multiple position guy. You never know exactly where you're going to line up in the field, at least when we're watching. But tell us a little bit about your position and what's important from your aspect when you line up defensively.
When it comes to defense, I move all around. You can be asked to do numerous things, from guard and running backs to coming off the edge, or even playing inside a little bit, playing in the 3-tech or the 4-eye. So it's very, very versatile position, and I think it comes more as a compliment that you can play anywhere on the field. So I
was going to say, does that make playing the game even more fun when you get to move around like that?
Absolutely, for sure, because getting used to one thing, it can become stale at times. So getting to move around and stuff like that, it's a new challenge every week. So it's for sure fun, especially going against new opponents. So.
Last couple of ball games, the defense has done a much better job putting pressure on the opposing quarterback. Kind of address for us the development you've seen from you guys up front that have allowed that.
That just comes from a testament of our coaching staff. We've really been harping on getting more pressure on the quarterback and stuff like that. And we've just been doing a good job and getting good reps in practice and stuff like that, and it just carried on into the game. So,
last two opponents have not scored in the fourth quarter. That's very important because that can be the winning quarter. And Coach Sumlin has talked about the great physical shape that you guys are in right now that allows you to play the full 4 quarters. Do you feel that? Do you feel better now towards the end of the ball game than maybe you did a year ago?
Absolutely, and I think that comes from our coaching staff, just doing a great job of just getting guys rotated in and out, keeping fresh legs in no matter what quarter it is. And I think that overall leads to our success in the fourth.
Let's talk about Colorado. Give us your scouting report of the Buffaloes.
They have a good offensive line. Quarterback's been there multiple years. He's a tough guy, and we're just getting excited, and we're getting ready to go out to Colorado and put on a game.
Is it, you won 3 straight games now. Is the confidence at, I don't want to say an all-time high, but have you seen it rise amongst your teammates?
Absolutely. That comes from any team winning a couple games in a row. That can continue to rise, but our key is just to have the next play mentality and, go up there and get ready for Colorado, and just know that it's one more game in our schedule, and we need to come out with a W.
All right. Kylan Wilborn, our guest. And the Cats and the Buffs play Saturday afternoon in Boulder. We'll see you next time on Wildcat Weekly.
Thank you for watching Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the free U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.